And a very good Thursday evening to you. I'm FOX54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Dressman. Kind of a cooler afternoon across the Tennessee Valley. Temperatures fell well below where we should be this time of year, and that's because of a couple of things. One, all of the rain that we had across the Tennessee Valley early this morning, and really that rain stuck with us through about the middle and later part of the morning. A lot of that rain didn't come to an end until 9 or 9:30 this morning. In some cases, there were still a couple of sprinkles falling 10 o'clock this morning, and then the cloud cover was kind of a persistent feature this afternoon, and that really prevented temperatures from climbing much above the upper 70s and lower 80s. 81 was the high temperature today at the Huntsville International Airport and in Pulaski, but a number of folks didn't even make it out of the 70s. Scottsboro saw 79, Albertville saw 79, Arab saw 78, Coleman and Russellville saw high temperatures this afternoon of 77 degrees. Live look out over in DeKalb County, beginning to see the cloud cover break just a little bit over in DeKalb County, but otherwise still talking about a mostly cloudy or an overcast sky. I've got a couple of more looks for you. Again, you can kind of begin to see the cloud cover breaking here from the top of Montesano. It looks like the sun really beginning to peek through, but otherwise still ample cloud cover. Temperatures holding steady in the lower 80s right now, 80 degrees, 70 is the dew point, definitely on the more humid end of the spectrum, and frankly that humidity is only going to continue to increase across the Tennessee Valley over the coming days, especially as we head into the weekend. We'll get to that in just a second. Live look out over the Parkway where you can kind of see the sunshine a little bit better, still holding on to some of the cloud cover, but some significant breaks in the cloud cover. We're looking northbound on Memorial Parkway this evening. We have seen a lot of rainfall over the last 24 hours. In many cases, 1 3/4 to 2 inches of rain widespread across the Tennessee Valley. Now, some of us have seen a little bit more. The Huntsville International Airport, 2.2 inches of rain over the last 24 hours. Our friends in Florence, 2.4 inches of rain, 2.9 inches of rain up in Pulaski, and even over 2 inches of rain over in Fort Payne, 2.2 inches of rain over the last 24 hours. Now, these numbers are just kind of a generalization. They're radar estimates. When you get right down to the local level, I believe some folks have seen a little bit more, specifically across northern Lauderdale County up into southern Middle Tennessee, where you can kind of get into the yellow shading. Those folks have seen probably somewhere between 3 and 3.5 inches of rain. And then some folks have seen a little bit less over the last 24 hours. It has been yet another wet month across the Tennessee Valley. These numbers coming specifically from the Huntsville International Airport. No surprise here, we have seen rain so far every weekend day that we have had in the month of June. But I do believe that's going to change as we head into this weekend. We're going to begin to trade the rain for the heat. We'll talk about it in just a second. Radar looks nice and quiet this evening, and I do think it's going to stay that way as we head into the overnight. Now, Friday into Saturday, we're going to begin to see a change in our weather pattern, and we're going to begin to transition into our summertime weather pattern across the Tennessee Valley. Now, that's going to feature a very large upper-level ridge and an area of high pressure that's going to develop under that upper-level ridge. The rotation around that area of high pressure is going to be such that we're going to bring in a lot of very warm, moist air up off the Gulf, and we're really going to begin to feel that as we head into the weekend. But maybe the timing there is somewhat appropriate because summer officially begins on Friday, 9:42 p.m. on Friday to be exact. Sunrise is going to be at 5:34 a.m. Sunset is going to be at 8:03 p.m. One of the longest days we're going to get in the year. Now, since it's finally going to be incredibly hot across the Tennessee Valley, I thought it was time to remind you of your basic heat safety tips. Now, I won't show these all summer. I always just show them right at the beginning when we kind of get that first stretch of incredibly hot days. I know a lot of these are common sense, but still good things to think about, I suppose. Limit your time outdoors if you can. I know you probably don't want to limit your time outdoors since it's really not going to rain this weekend. I know there's a number of events going on. Rock the South, obviously, down in Coleman. You want to spend time outside. And if you are, stick to light-colored clothing. Stay hydrated with water. I know alcoholic beverages are always great. Gatorade, always great. But those things are also not so great. Alcohol, for example, has the exact opposite effect of hydrating you. It dehydrates you. And Gatorade typically has a lot of sugar in it. Gatorade, Powerade, drinks like that, they have a lot of sugar in them, which are just not good when it's hot. Exercise if you can, early in the day or late into the evening. Check on pets and the elderly. Keep your blinds and shades closed. I know everybody's a fan of natural light. I love natural light coming into my house, but I also love not having to run my AC 24/7. And if I have to pick between natural light and giving my AC a bit of a break, I'm probably going to end up picking giving my AC a little bit of a break. Let's kind of look at the weekend. Air temperature of 92. That's what's forecast on Saturday, but it's going to feel like it's in the lower triple digits, right around 101. We're going to get even warmer as we head into your Sunday. Air temperature right around 93. Some of us are going to be talking about an air temperature right around 94 or 95, but it's going to feel even warmer. It is going to feel like it's somewhere between 103 and 105 degrees. So summer kind of coming in like a freight train, I guess you could say, or insert any other analogy here, I guess. 79 right now in Huntsville, 77 in Arab, 80 degrees right now in Moulton, and then 80 degrees for both Pulaski and Fayetteville up across southern Middle Tennessee. As we head into the overnight, I think a little bit of patchy dense fog is liable to develop across the Tennessee Valley. Temperatures dropping into the mid and upper 60s. That's right around where the dew points are going to be. So if you live in a location that's more prone to a little bit of fog development, don't be the least bit surprised if you're going to be out late tonight, that fog begins to develop, or if you head out the door early tomorrow morning, that fog is kind of hanging around. Just allow yourself a couple of extra minutes to get to work or wherever you're going to be going early tomorrow morning, Friday. And of course, increase your following distance, all of the stereotypical things that you're told to do when it's foggy. If you have any yard work that gets done, I do suggest doing it on Friday. It's not that the weekend is going to be bad, it's just that the weekend is going to be hot. We've kind of already gone over that. And Friday's going to definitely be on the warmer end of the spectrum as well, but Friday is going to be a little bit cooler than we're going to see on Saturday and Sunday. So if you have any yard work that needs done, I would highly recommend doing it on Friday. Temperatures climbing into the upper 80s. A couple of folks probably going to end up seeing the low 90s on Friday afternoon. Then as we head into your Saturday, kind of already went over this, showing you the weekend forecast. Temperatures consistently climb into the low and mid 90s across all of North Alabama, southern Middle Tennessee. The question of the day: what is your favorite TV show? I don't have a singular favorite TV show, but both of my favorite TV shows are no longer on TV anymore, which is kind of a bummer. But I was always a really big House fan, and I was always a really big Frasier fan as well. And then I do enjoy a variety of other things as well. But if I had to pick a favorite TV show, it would probably end up being one of those two. If you'd like, you can text me your question. It doesn't necessarily have to be weather-related, as evidenced by today's question, but it can be. There have been some weather-related. There have been some non-weather-related numbers right there on your screen. 256-382-2692. Have a good look at the next 7 days. Definitely looks like summer. 90 degrees on Friday, 92, 93 Saturday, Sunday. We're going to stick with the 90s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. I also think the heat index is going to continue to be a problem, especially Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. By the time we get to next Thursday, we're going to begin to increase the cloud cover across the Tennessee Valley.